What the Obama administration has in mind for your internet. Chief Washington correspondent James Rosen tonight goes over some of the new regulations, hundreds of pages of them you never had a chance to vote on.
In a feast for telecom lobbyists, the Federal Communications Commission, or FCC, has finally released the new rules that commissioners voted 2 weeks ago along party lines to enact. 300 pages of the federal government's latest internet regulations, which advocates call net neutrality. The new rules are designed to prevent internet providers from slowing down or blocking web traffic or setting up prepaid fast lanes for select users, and their enactment is seen as a victory for content companies like Netflix and Twitter. Under the new rules, broadband internet service is now regulated as a public utility, and the provider of it is now required, as stated on page 94, to make, quote, just and reasonable efforts to transmit and deliver its customers' traffic.
Here, as you'll see in the FCC's order, the agency goes through all these legal gymnastics in order to persuade itself and ultimately a court that no, they do have the power to do it. I don't see that much wiggle room according to the plain language of the law, so ultimately it's going to be up to a number of judges to sort out who's right.
Exactly what is just and reasonable practice, the FCC will determine on a case-by-case basis. It's one of many clauses and codicils in the new rules that lawyers for broadband colossi like Verizon, Comcast, and AT&T, all of whom vigorously fought the move, are expected to focus on when they sue the agency in federal court to try to block the implementation of the regulations. In an interview with Fox News when the vote occurred, Democratic Senator Ed Markey of Massachusetts, an author or co-author of virtually every telecom law of the last 2 decades, applauded the regulations.
So I'm glad that the Federal Communications Commission is using existing law, using Title II of the Telecommunications Act, using the very laws that were intended to be used in order to guarantee equal access for every entrepreneur who has a creative idea that could produce jobs in our society.
Analysts point out that most broadband providers already refrain from discriminating against different kinds of web traffic by slowing or blocking the transmission of data because doing so is unpopular with the public, and they are loath to risk the ensuing reputational costs. Brett?
James, thank you. Up next.